What is up, everyone? Welcome back to the basement. Today we're going to be doing a once-over of the PSA Jakl. I know this has been on the market for quite some time now, but we just kind of wanted to revisit it and bring it back to fruition. This is one of the things that we think is really cool that PSA's done in the last year or so. And we just kind of wanted to talk about it. Before we do, we got to give a few shout outs. One being to our Discord. You should go check us out there. It's popping. Great place full of like-minded people that, you know, it's a good place to come share your firearms experiences and talk about games, all that great stuff. Very welcoming environment. So we'd love to have you linked down below. Next thing is you could check us out on Instagram. There we post cool photos of stuff like the Jakl. We also post stories of our day-to-day lives, you know, just what we're into, whether it's fitness, you know, going out to eat. Well, I don't know. That can be over on our Instagram, which is linked down below as well. And then last but not least, you should go check us out at basementoperator.com. There you can find a lot of cool stuff as well as merch. So we've kind of transitioned. We're doing drops now. So depending on when you're seeing this, the link will either take you to a drop or it'll take you to a landing page where you can sign up to get drops. So we really appreciate everybody that has already signed up. We're going to be doing a lot of cool stuff and we're really excited to bring it to you. We've spent a lot of time in designing it and then researching it and just we're really proud of what we're about to come out with. So you should go sign up so you can go support us if you do wish. We really appreciate any support we do get. Music recommendation, we always got to do that. Bills by Ryan Carveo, B-I-L-L $. Ryan Carveo is one of our really, like, I don't want to call him a rapper, but he's more like an alternative rapper. Really great stuff, a little sad boy, but it's all right. So go check out Bills and then go comment down below what you think of it and then tell me also what you would recommend me listening to. I listen to a lot of everything, so I'd love to hear your thoughts. All right, so let's talk about Jakl. The Jakl's been around for forever and a day. I can't remember if it came out last year, year before last, and we got one of the first ones. As you guys know, we do a lot of work with PSA, so we're generally a big fan of the stuff they do and the push they're trying to make into the market in terms of, you know, being innovative and trying to get a rifle into everybody's hands. So I know there's a lot of PSA haters out there. You should go comment down below whether or not you like PSA or not. I'm sure that's a very hot topic. Anyway, so we got the Jakl, and it's one of our rifles that we're really fond of for different reasons than you might think. Some of the things I really enjoy about the Jakl is that it's a long stroke gas piston system. It's a little bit more unique, and if you are looking for an AR style rifle, this kind of can fill that need. You know, it has an AR15 lower receiver, which is really nice. So a lot of AR15 parts are compatible in the Jakl, and that's one of the things I think that I really like about it. So like if I want to swap the trigger or whatever, it's compatible. Now you can't just take your AR15 upper receiver and drop it on this lower because of the folder that it's got going on. I digress. So that's one of the things I like about it is lower receiver is very AR-15-y. Another thing I really like about it is it's a very sturdy setup. This thing has a, you know, continuous rail system across the top. It does not allow for any movement, which is really, really nice. It's one of the things I like about it. So, you know, you put a pec up here, it's not moving. That's one of the big things that I think is really cool. Now, the caveat to that, weight is very considerable in these Jakls. If I was to do it over, I would not get this one right here. I'd get the one that has the rail kind of chopped right here just to save a little bit of that weight. When it comes down to it, we have the 308. And the 308 weighs very similar to the 5.56 version, which is the one that we have right here. So that's kind of a downer, but you know, go to the gym, I guess. That's what everybody tells me in the comment section. Now, another pretty cool thing about it is the gas system up here. So caveat all that, this is a 14.5 pin and weld. We have a key mod flash hider up here on the front because we run a lot of dead air stuff. But the gas system on it is super easy to adjust. So all you got to do, you can adjust it with your hands just like that. You just go in here or you put in a bullet or something and it just clicks. So I think it's an 8 position. Might be wrong on that though. But that's one of the things I really liked about it is I could really fine tune the gas system without it being a pain in the ass. So when I was shooting it suppressed, it was super simple to get it perfect, like really quick. I mean, just a few shots and you're like, oh, it's running good. Or if you're, you know, taking it off and, you know, you want to retune it really quickly, super simple to do. Or if you want to kind of set it to where it runs effectively, you know, suppressed and unsuppressed, maybe you just get a little bit more beat down on the suppressor end. you can do that as well. So that's one of the things I really like about it. Another thing I really like about it, and this one's kind of corny, is the aesthetics of it. It looks badass. I think it really is reminiscent of that ACR style look. A lot of people say it's a Scar, and I disagree. It's definitely more of an ACR look, especially with these stocks here, which are really nice. I like the stocks a lot. This 308s came out with a B&T, I believe, stock that was horrible, complete ass. This one, however, is a lot nicer, and if you were to get a Jakl, I'd recommend getting this one. I forget the configuration name. I'm sure Hunter will pop it up at the bottom. I think it's F something, but really like the stock on it, and that contributes to the overall aesthetic of the rifle itself. So, I mean, ultimately, the Jakl is not an AR replacement altogether, but it is something that is a contender if you don't want an AR-15 and you don't necessarily want to dive into a 308 or a 7.62 by 39 AK-47. This is something to keep in mind, and definitely a usable option. You know, PSA has a lot of different variants in terms of pistol configurations, rail configurations, color configurations, so it's really user's choice, and one of the other reasons I like it. We're also really excited for the Jakl 2.0 to come out. I'm not sure when that is. PSA revealed it at SHOT Show, and it was one of those things that they made a lot of quality of life upgrades that I think is going to be really important in the Jakl evolution moving forward. So I'm really excited to see all that. But I think that about does it for this little spotlight. We really appreciate you guys for watching. Make sure to check us out on Discord and Instagram, and then don't forget to sign up to see when we release the t-shirts at our website. We'll see you guys on the next one. As always, take swing outdoors.